Hello, and thank you for watching The Righteous Kitchen, a cooking and baking blog found at www.therighteouskitchen.blogspot.com. I am going to put together a quick video on how to make white rice. And you need to have a pan that's gonna, hold the amount of rice. I'm just using 1 cup, but that's gonna fluff up to about 3 cups of rice. So you want, a pan that can accommodate that. And you're also gonna need one with a lid. So you're gonna need that lid to fit. And all you do is, for each cup of rice, here's 1 cup, you're going to use 2 cups of water. So all you have to do is bring the water to a boil. So when that comes back, I'm going to proceed to the next step. So this is just going to come to a boil, and we're going to do it really quickly with the lid on. While we're waiting on that, let's talk about the rice that I use. I use a converted rice. And what that simply means is that the converted rice is also known as parboiled rice. So at the rice making storage plant, they've already boiled this rice 1 time. So it's a great time saver for you. You don't need to rinse it. So anytime you see a converted rice or a parboiled rice, you can use it straight out of the package without having to rinse it. So today I am going to just use 1 cup of the converted rice and 2 cups of water. And I am just waiting for this water to come to a boil. There it is, it's to a boil right now. So all you do is you just put your rice in. Now the only time that you can stir this is, at the beginning, just to make sure that everything is stirred up. And now we want to bring that back up to a boil. Okay, we want to bring it up to a rolling boil. It's almost there. Okay, now you can see it's at a nice boil. I'm going to put the lid on, and then I'm going to put this, I'm using a gas stove. So on the electric stove, I would put it on like a 3. On here, if my dial's from 1 to 10, there's no numbers on this one. I just kind of have to guesstimate. So I would want mine probably about a 2 on the gas stove, probably about a 3 on the electric stove. And what I'm going to do is let this simmer for 15 minutes. And then I'll come back and show you how to check it. Okay, this rice has been cooking for about 12 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and check it. The lid is hot, so you got to be careful. And what you do is, let me turn this flame low. You tilt the pan, and you can see that there's steam holes in there. That's what you want. But look at the water pooling at the bottom. That means it hasn't finished cooking yet. So we're going to let this go and check in about another 2 or 3 minutes. So let me put that back on the 2 where it was. And we'll come back in a minute or 2. Okay, this rice has been going for about 16 minutes now. So I'm going to check it again. We're going to do the same thing. We're tilting it. And this time there's no water pooling at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this heat off. And it's done. It's nice and fluffy. What I'm going to do is Let this stay on the burner with the lid on while I make a stir fry, and then I'll come back to that. So that's all there is to it. A nice parboiled or a converted rice, and you don't have to mess with rinsing. And then I just, for every cup of rice, I use 2 cups of water, bring it to a rolling boil, cover it, and then on a gas stove, put it on about a 2 simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. More towards the 15-minute mark. You don't want to scorch the pan. And then don't stir it. Tilt it up to check for any water. Once it's all evaporated, it's done. And then just hold it on the burner that's been turned off until you're ready to come back for it. It's just as easy as that. Plain white rice. All right, we'll be back in a few with the stir fry. So we have our rice, and it's nice and hot. We made that first. Make the rice first and just let it hang out on that burner that's been turned off. Just let it sit there while you go on about your business of cooking your dinner. And then just come in here and fluff it up. Well, look how perfect that is. When you do the simmering, you don't want to get it too high because it'll scorch. And you don't want to go, much more than 15 minutes because you'll overcook it. All right, so we have our rice. I'm going to put it in the bowl. Let me get a bigger spoon. Alright, there's the rice. Now I'll get some tongs for the stir fry portion. I'm still over here cooking that second batch, so I'll give it a quick turn. Alright, we've got our rice. I'm going to get a little bit of everything. Make sure you got plenty of the Spam on there. Alright. And then the part that really makes this is the teriyaki thick sauce. So you just drizzle it right over the top. This sauce is very addictive. You're going to want it on everything. But look at this. This is a delicious way to use up that Spam that you bought for emergency purposes, but you don't want to end up getting stuck with it. Isn't that beautiful? A beautiful Spam stir fry with a thick teriyaki sauce. And I'll come over and get a picture of that. Try this recipe. Comment how you liked it. And right now, my mom asked me if I would pick her up some Panda Express, but I think she would like this. So, I still might get her the Panda Express, but I'm going to take her this bowl right here and see what she thinks about it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Look at that. That thick sauce. Wow. For that,